Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. What I got today is I've been really trying to get to this. Kind of teased it several months ago. Life got in the way. I've been kind of busy. Moved a family member into the house from another state. So yeah, life's been pretty swamped. So what I want to do is get back to the controller for the Bronco for the rear window here. We are actually sitting on the tailgate at the moment, and kind of want to bring you in and show you where I'm at, where I'm going, and I still haven't decided where I want this circuitry or this where this box. I'm not sure where I want it to live yet, so still kind of rummaging that through around in the dome, but I kind of want to bring you down here, show you where I'm at, drilled some holes, put in some grommets, figure that stuff you guys can figure out as you like it, and go from there. So, yeah, let me take you down, and we'll see where we're at. So as I said, I'll bring you down here. Not exactly sure. Again, I'm kind of torn on this. Thinking about just cutting the wires, cutting the plug completely out. But this is the controls for the dash switches. See, I got them marked. So the pink with the light blue is down, and the pink with the light green, I believe, that looks like light green, is the up. And again, there's the plug itself. This cut one's the power, which I spliced in here. Got it going into a grommet, and then here's the power that goes to the window motor in there. And I put it up, drilled a hole, and here's the ground. And this wire right here are the black and white one that are going to control from the dash. When we come in here, here's where the wires are at. Again, not sure what I'm going to do. I really want it accessible, but when I put that panel in, I'm going to lose all accessibility. So I'm still muddling this around in my dome. So let me get set up here, and we'll see what we can do about wiring this up and showing you what we did to get this to work with these switches up front. So, all right, let's get down in here, and let me see if I can really give you an idea what we got going on here. So disregard. So these two wires right here, this black one and this white one. These two are plugged in right there. Go through there, come out. And we're going to leave these set aside for a minute. So we've already, we've already come to the conclusion that this is how this gets wired up. These two on the either side go to the window motor. That is a ground, that is power. I believe that one should be up, and that one should be down. So we've already got that established, that this works the way this is set up with the key fob I have. But what happens is if I take and just hook these up, and I want it on the trigger side. So if I put this here to trigger just that, for some reason it doesn't work. Even though testing this, I get 12 volts, which should in turn put 12 volts to that, which in turn should actuate the relay. I mean, electricity does what electricity is going to do, and it's not doing it. But I can still click the button and it actuates the window up and down. So my problem is where's my electric going? Why, when this gets 12 volts on it, does it not actuate that relay? I'm losing, 12 volts is going somewhere once it comes to this connector to here. So as I thought about it, and I had to figure out how to isolate this wire and the electricity coming out of this wire and the electricity going through this wire. So I thought, how am I going to do that? Well, if you think about electricity as water, as it was coming in and doing electricity things, it was going someplace that it wasn't supposed to. The electricity was being absorbed somewhere. Where at? I'm not sure. So I needed to check, like a check valve in water, where water only goes one way, and when it comes back it stops. It won't allow it to go back upstream. Had to figure out a way to do that. Electricity and water flow very similar. The controls in electricity and the controls in water are very similar in how they function in their principle. Well, there it is. I went and, is it going to focus on it? Nope, maybe partially sometimes. There it is. This is a mini fuse, and it's a diode. And what that does, what that emblem means, is the power goes, come on, the power goes this way. So it goes in, let me put it down. So power comes in this leg, goes through a resisted diode, comes out this leg and continues on. But if their power tries to come back this way to this leg, it doesn't allow it to back through. It doesn't allow it to flow the other direction, so it checks it. It stops it from coming through. So I'm going to put this diode, this check diode, this polarity diode, I'm not sure what the actual term of it is. I'm going to put that in line, and we're going to see if that window will go up and down with that controller, that relay system, and that switch on the dash. Let me get her all wired up, and once I get her all wired up, we'll step back and I'll give you an explanation. You don't want to see me do all this wiring crap. So, all right, be right back. So what I'm gonna do is we'll use this one as the example. Power's gonna come from here through there, follow this white wire. So the power is coming this direction, and these diodes are directional. And again, it's the, let me bring it down here. Follow this arrow right here. All the diodes have arrows on them. This is actually a General Motors diode. So power comes in, goes through there, comes down, and comes to this lead. Now, without this diode, I can't get the switches to work properly. So now, when I push the in or the out, you can see the window. That's in, that's out. So I'm gonna bring it in a little bit. So leave the remote right there. I'm going to the front of the truck. Be right back. So this should be out. Yep. That's off the dash. That's the in. I had to have the ignition on. I had to have the ignition on to do that, to send power to this. Again, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to figure out a way to rig this or get another plug, or if I want to just cut these wires. Again, I'm going to let you guys decide how you want to mount this, where you want to mount it, how you want to mount it, if you want it outside, inside, hidden in here somehow. That's going to be a choice that everybody else is going to have to make. But right now, this was my hang-up. This little diode right here was not allowing, the power was going somewhere and not through the switch, not through the relays. That's it. quick and easy. I'm going to get a small fuse holder and wire that into the system, so that just pulls in and out. But hopefully this helps you guys figure out how to do this, get this up and down without buying $100, $200, $300, $200 wiring harness and key set and switches and everything else for this. Now it does take all the safety precautions out of it, so do this at your own risk. But my thought is the window has to be down because it goes up in the, let me see if I can do this. It goes up in these channels to get it down, so you have to bring the window down anyway. And the handle's in the door inside, so it has to be down to reach the handle. I'm pretty confident that I'm okay without having all the safety switches. Again, do that on your own, at your own free will. If you like them in there, I don't know how that's going to work for you, but I can tell you this is working great. Again, in and out. There's in, there's out. It's great. I'm super excited to finish getting this all buttoned up, put where I want it, which I don't know yet. So yeah, so now that, again, we got that all worked out, I'm pretty excited about it. It took me a couple minutes to figure out how I was going to do that. What I'll tell you guys again, the safety switches in this, you take those out at your own risk, at your own free will. You'll take those out. If you, again, I don't know how you've wired up with this, but I do know just running two wires straight to the motor, wiring it up with that relay, which if you want to know the numbers, they're on my other videos. If I can figure out how to put the link in, I'll put the link in somewhere. First time I had to do that. For the original videos, but they're on my page. If this works for you, tell me, give me a heads up. I'd like to know if you're using it. I'd like to know if it works for you, if it helped you. If it didn't help you, I'm sorry. But if it's something that works for you and it works, tell me about it. Tell me how you did it. Show me what you guys did. Show me where you mounted it. Show me how you mounted it. Did you make it accessible to be able to service it? Did you tuck it up in there, never to be seen again? I want to see. Tell me what you guys think. If this worked out for you, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't cost me anything. I'm doing all this for my kids, for posterity. And that may be one of the, I may do one of those sentimental videos later, but right now we're just trying to figure out little things here and there and little projects. Just remember, my hobbies, typically having hobbies. Here, that's the other thing I'm working on. All this stuff behind me, stuff I work on. So you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. And to get it done, all I ask, you get them shoes tied. Y'all have a good one.